Everybody loves cereal. I mean, who doesn't love it? It was the first food we ever created, right? Or at least made as little kids. Put it in a bowl. I still remember the bowls I ate as a little kid. Cereal. But the problem with a lot of cereal is that it has lots and lots of sugar. Most cereals are just literally bowls of sugar, and oftentimes if it doesn't have sugar, then it tastes like crap. So today I've got a great raw vegan granola. It's delicious. It's full of bold flavors. It's easy to make. We're going to pop it in a dehydrator to keep the raw vibes going. Make sure we maintain those enzymes and get that live food. And it's going to be super easy to make. You're going to be able to love it. You're going to offer it to your friends for dinner, perhaps, maybe not. Anyway, you're going to like it. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drop, we need a fairly large mixing bowl. And we're going to drop about 6 cups of oats. And these are raw oats. You don't want to cooked oats. Raw oats into our mixing bowl. Okay, and then to that we're going to add our walnuts and pecans here. 2 cups of walnuts, 2 cups of pecan pieces. Okay, and then about 2 cups of organic raisins. Always trying to do organic because it does make a difference. And then we're going to add to that about a 1/4 cup of cinnamon. And so I'm going to actually add this in layers. I'm going to add about 1/8 cup first. And then we're going to add some molasses. Okay, so we're going to add about 2 tablespoons or so of I guess you'd call this blackstrap molasses. Okay. And then we're going to add just a dash or so of nutmeg. Organic nutmeg. If you have fresh nutmeg, that'd be nice to just sort of zest it over. And then to this, I'm going to add some maple syrup. That's my sweetener of choice. In theory, you could use coconut nectar or any other sweetener of your choice, but obviously the maple for breakfast is something about that just brings up all those great memories. Okay. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt, maybe 1/8 teaspoon, something like that, 1/4 teaspoon. Just a little bit of salt to get that sweet and salty vibe going. And then we're just going to mix it up. Okay? Real easy to do. Just going to mix this up. Get all the nice, delicious flavors going. Okay, see how this is getting that nice dark color? Okay, it smells really good. Okay, and then I'm going to add the rest of my cinnamon to this. A little more nutmeg, and a little more maple syrup. And a little more molasses. Okay. And we'll just give this another spin. This is the hardest part. Who thought making granola could be this delicious and this easy? And then what we're going to do is we're going to use our dehydrator. And again, what the dehydrator does is it basically removes the moisture and essentially cooks stuff without raising the temperature to where you kill enzymes. Okay, so we're going to cook it at about 115 degrees. And I like to leave it, you could leave it for maybe 12 hours. But I like to leave it at least a day, typically 2 or even 3 days, because it just continues to develop the crunch. The flavors continue to meld together and blend together, and it just ends up being super delicious. So I think we're good to go here. And so all we're going to do is we're going to take this, and we're just going to put this on our dehydrator sheet. Okay? So we're just going to sort of dump this on here. My hands are washed, which is good. That would be an additional flavor profile if they weren't, but they are, so that's nice. Those who were concerned about those types of things. So now that our granola's on here, we're just going to spread it just about an evenly nice, even sheet of this. Okay? And then all we're going to do is just going to prop this into our dehydrator. Okay, at about 118 degrees, 115 actually. Okay? And then we're just going to let it sit. And here is our previously baked granola. Oh, the flavors and the smells are just outstanding. Delicious flavor profile. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to grab a chunk and then just throw that into our bowl. Break it up a little bit. And then the next thing we're going to do is, now you could just enjoy that with some hemp milk or some rice milk or some almond milk or whatever. But what I like to do with my raw granola is I like to make a fresh hemp milk, okay? And so how I do it, in my trusty Omega blender, I'm going to add about 2 cups of coconut water. Now you could also use regular water if you wanted, but I like coconut water because it adds a little bit of sweetness to it. And then to that, we're going to add about 2 or 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds, okay? And the nice thing also about making hemp milk is it's faster because you don't have to use a nut bag. So if you make like almond milk, you have to basically get a nut bag to basically get rid of all the little seed stuff. But this just blends right in, and we're going to blend it for maybe 20 seconds. Okay. Now, some people, if they like their milk a little sweeter, you could add some vanilla to it, vanilla extract, or fresh vanilla and blend it in. But my cereal is sweet enough, and so I like that nice milk flavor just to sort of contrast the flavors. And you can see how frothy that is. Really nice froth. And then we're just going to pour that over our granola. Okay? So we'll grab our bowl of granola. Looks good. Let's dig in. So good. All I need is some Saturday morning cartoons. So now that we've tasted some delicious granola, let's get a little granola with a visit to a nouveau hippie hotspot, Ojai, California. Coming right up.
Ways of chin-updom.